Video game exploits have been around for ages now, and they range from the awesome to the superbly annoying. Since The Division has just decided to nerf Bullet King, its exploitable respawning boss, I figured we'd talk about a few times that gamers decided to enjoy the exploits and glitches that games have to offer, and probably insisted it wasn't cheating. The Division may be losing its loot cave, but we should talk about why the term exists in the first place, and that is Destiny. For the uninitiated, the infamous Destiny loot cave was an enemy spawn zone in the old Russia location, where you could stand in one spot and fire into a cave entrance, farming endlessly respawning low-level grunts for drops and experience, so long as you kept your distance. There was even a very specific boulder you were expected to stand behind if you wanted to join strangers in shooting up the joint, in order to avoid blocking the spawn zone. Bungie eventually patched the enemy respawns out, but added a pile of charred enemy remains to the cave, alluding to the exploit from beyond the bug fix. Perhaps one of gaming's most infamous exploits was the glitchy Pokemon Missing No from Pokemon Red and Blue. This one is a little complicated, so I'll try to go through it slowly. First, you talk to an old man in the north of Viridian City who teaches you how to catch Pokemon. Then you use a Pokemon who has the fly skill to fast travel to Cinnabar Island, where you'll need a Pokemon with the surf skill so you can swim up and down a particular coastline to try and trigger an encounter with the glitch Pokemon Missing No, who you can catch and has the highest base attack of any Pokemon in the game. But the most useful side effect of the glitch is that the 6th item in your bag is multiplied, so you can get a shitload of Master Balls, rare candies, or whatever you fancy. Enjoy your free shit, you definitely aren't cheating. My favorite thing about this next exploit is that a lot of players, including me, found it organically. Now, it really does pay to be a master thief in Skyrim, but it can be hard to get out of the watchful eye of shopkeepers. The solution? Buckethead. I remember originally finding this one when I got out of jail and needed to get my shit back from an evidence chest, but a watchful guard would not go away. I recall being absolutely chuffed when I angled a nearby bucket over the dude's head and made away with my stuff unseen, totally earning that criminal scum title. Sadly, Bethesda did patch this one out, but I like to think there are still merchants in abandoned Skyrim games everywhere wondering who turned the lights out. You know when an exploit gets particularly annoying? When it's in a competitive multiplayer game. A whole lot of early first-person shooters, including Counter-Strike, Half-Life, and Quake, let you bunny hop. That's basically where a player jumps repeatedly while strafing to make themselves harder to hit, or in some cases, move faster than they usually would. This works because the player gains more acceleration while strafing to the side than they do when it's just moving straight forward. Obviously, this is a huge bonus in a PvP setting. Bunnyhopping is just one in a range of FPS exploits, which include Halo 2's Super Bouncers, which use crouching and terrain floors to launch you crazy high into the air and let you take advantage of unfair sniper positions. Shortcuts in Mario Kart games are pretty commonplace and certainly aren't exploits. That said, this particular one from Rainbow Road was definitely not intentional. Rainbow Road in Mario Kart 64 consists of an early shortcut, where you bank left hard shortly after starting and jump over the rail near the first drop. If you do it successfully, there's a stretch of track you can land on which cuts out about a third of the length of the track. A similar trick existed in the Wario Stadium track, where if you timed a boost over a hump and hit the side wall at the right angle, you could leap over a huge barrier and skip half the track. Both of these exploits contribute very effectively to the adage that Mario Kart is the fastest way to lose friends. These are just a few of the exploits that have defined gaming from over the years, so be sure to let me know which ones I missed out on mentioning down in that comment section, and I will see you again soon.